The only problem is, Rodri. Rodri, we knew it from the beginning, but the problem, Rodri, of course. We are playing this season without the best player, the Ballon d'Or, and without the best player in England last season.
We do not care.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Back the fuck up. If I knock the fuck out you. Damn, man. Hey.
It's weird to see this team in this situation where last 4 years, 4 Premier Leagues, the winner Champions League, normally so confident, they look like their confidence has been shot on.
Is Manchester City's dominance over in Manchester? The past 10 games have not been that good for the Kings of Manchester, and honestly one of the best clubs for the last 6 to 7 years, to be honest with you. Rightfully so. I didn't think we would be talking about a Pep Guardiola departure. I know he's got an extension for another year, but man, the last results for City, the vibe from the outside looking in is quite telling.
The only problem is, Rodri. Rodri, we knew it from the beginning, but the problem, Rodri, of course. We are playing this season without the best player, the Ballon d'Or, and without the best player in England last season.
Oh, victim.
Welcome back to the Pitch Side Report, folks. You already know what it is. We talk about news, sports, you name it. If it's football related, we might try to explain it. The beautiful game that we all love. If you're feeling the vibes, subscribe. That helps the channel grow. But man, let's get into it. I feel that it is becoming that moment in time where we are watching Manchester City's slow death, the slow death of Pep. They have dominated the Prem in football from what it seems like I said, 6 to 7 years. And I mean dominated. Okay, maybe not winning the Champions League, but any game they play, we are thinking that they're going to win the game, right? Like there's no other choice. If you're beating them, it's a surprise that you beat them. You got lucky, right? Or you caught them on a bad day. But now, I mean, the fan base must be sitting there watching and thinking like, oh my God, please don't let this be the end. And not only things like that, but the fight that happened at the end of that game, bro, he got touched up. Or if he's scratching himself up like that, holy cow, bro. That is very telling. Very telling. For him to go to the interview after that, oh my gosh, not a laughing matter, someone doing damage to themselves. I'm not trying to say that. Have you guys ever seen anything like that in your life? I mean, let's just look at Manchester City's last 10 games. This might not be all their 10 games. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, 10 games. Let's go game by game. And just with what you're seeing, did you expect this result? Tottenham versus Man City. Lost. Bournemouth versus Man City. Lost. Sporting CP. Lost.
Sorry.
Brighton. Lost.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Man City again versus Tottenham. Lost. They tied in the Champions League versus a team that you would expect them to beat. Again, they go against Liverpool, a team that they typically are handling or drawing. They lose. They beat Nottingham Forest, a team they should beat. Crystal Palace, draw. And then a game that they really need to win in the Champions League, a pressure game, they lose against Juventus.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
You got no friends, man.
Up next, Manchester City goes against Manchester United. Now, obviously, I support Manchester United. But, I mean, what are you guys thinking about the game? What does City need to do to get themselves back to where they were? And, I mean, complete dominance. Who, at the beginning of this season, thought that City would be where they're at playing like they are? If you are saying you did think that, bro, you need to start making bets on soccer games or something, because I did not expect the dynasty to come. They're not drowning yet, but they're cracking, crumbling slowly, and I think it's starting to portray on the outside. I mean, they've lost one player. Sure, this player is one of their best players, Ballon d'Or, but one player should not keep you, as dominant as they were, should not keep you from the results that, we expected them. And that's for them to not necessarily be unbeatable, but in first place, in higher position in Champions League and winning more games. So I personally think it's a lack of recruitment, and the fact that they've let some of these players go, like Palmer, I mean, just ballers they've let go. And I'm sure there's many that I'm missing and not replacing them, right? When they let go of Mahrez, it didn't replace him, right? When they let go of Rodri, I mean, when they let go of Gundogan, they got Rodri, but brought Gundogan back, and Gundogan already kind of peaked out as far as Manchester City, and you're seeing that lack of a little bit of it. He's still a baller, but he's not what he was 3-4 years ago under Pep Guardiola. So yes, they've brought in some other ballers. They have brought in some ballers, but not as many. They're not as depth. They're not as deep. I mean, and some of the players, like Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, who maybe have not gotten as much playing time as they may deserve, are kind of behind where you think they would be, since they're not in form and have not been playing as much as they'd like. So I think that is a detriment to City, and I think that it could be also the coach. I mean, we have to get one straight. To Pep Guardiola, you either hate him or you love him. I mean, we've heard all the interviews. Players can respect him, but you can see it. They either don't like the guy or they love the guy. So he's that type of asshole. So 7 years of being under that type of manager, I can see how players would be tired of it. I can see how maybe there's been scuffles, arguments, players falling out. And it does not surprise me, right? Especially at this high level of pressure where he's probably been trying to keep them and has done so far, to be honest, right? We have to give him his flowers. What do I know? I'm just a little YouTuber talking, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that Manchester City is going through a downfall right now? Do you think that they can revive this, right? Maybe possibly win the league? Or do you think that we are watching the change of a dynasty? I know Pep Guardiola got a 1-year extension, but I'm going to put it out there. And then right now, okay, I do see him there next year. But the following year, I don't know. I don't know, man. The way it's looking, he might be out of here. But we'll see, man. We'll see. If you made it this far, you already know, man. I really appreciate you watching. If you're feeling the vibe, subscribe, because it really helps out the channel. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. I've been getting some subscribers, so those who have subscribed, I swear, I appreciate you watching. I really do. And I will catch you guys on the next Pitch Side Report. All right, later.
The only problem is, Rodri. Rodri, we knew it from the beginning, but the problem is Rodri, of course. We are playing this season without the best player, the Ballon d'Or, and without the best player in England last season.
Shut the fuck up, my nigga. Real shit, though. Talking about you trying to drop knowledge. What are you